Hey everybody, this owner financed acreage is brought to you by Outcast Land. We sell land for hunting, fishing, camping, and so much more. As always, you can check out our website at outcastland.com to check availability and see more details on this property. We make it very easy to own high quality acreage. You can make your down payment today and literally be using your property tomorrow. We hope you enjoy the video. Please feel free to reach out to us with any questions. You can visit our website at outcastland.com, or you can shoot us an email at sales@outcastland.com. In this video, we're taking a look at Tract 4 at the Meramec project. This is a 10-acre property, very special tract, right in the heart of the Ozarks. We're looking northerly at the property, which is on the left side of the county road there. This property borders the county road along its entire east side, goes well back to the west, and directly borders the Mark Twain National Forest along its entire west side. So not only can you get to this property any time of year with the county road access, it's a gravel road, but it's a well-maintained county gravel road, but you can go from your property directly into the National Forest, which gives you access to well over 50,000 acres of additional land, which is generally open for hunting, camping, trail riding, recreation, all that good stuff. So unique situation. There's a map. So we're looking at Tract 4 toward the top there. If you look at the right, which is the east side, you can see the property borders the county road for about 200 feet. It goes well back to the west, very private, basically all wooded. And then the entire west side borders the Mark Twain National Forest. There's actually even a power line not too far off from the National Forest, which is interesting as well. The shaded area is the National Forest on this map. There's a topo map. What this is telling us is that if we start at the county road, the property is virtually flat. Little bit of a slope as you go west. There's that little creek bed on the property, which would be the lowest point. You cross over that, it rises up. Right in the middle, you've got what looks like a fairly large level area. It then slopes down and back up as you go toward the National Forest, and there appears to be a level area adjacent to the National Forest as well. So pretty spectacular property. Looking down on the east side, again parked on the county road right at the property. So we're going to do a flyover here and get a look at this. Heavily wooded tract. We saw a ton of mature pine trees on this property, hardwoods as well, and we're used to seeing big hardwood trees in this area. The pines were great though. There were a large number of mature pine trees on this property, which can be really, really nice if you're looking at a place to eventually build a log cabin. Those pines can be ideal for that. And you can build a massive log cabin with the logs that are already on site, which can save you tens of thousands of dollars if you've ever priced having cabin logs delivered. It's pretty astronomical for the logs and the delivery. So having these logs growing on site is fantastic. Property has to be paid for in full before you can cut the timber to build a cabin or home, but I mean the trees are getting bigger, so the longer you wait to build, the more impressive your cabin would ultimately be. So heading westerly, as I was speaking there, the property sloped down slowly to that little creek bed, back up, leveled off, and I assume we're kind of toward the middle of the property. That looks like that level area that we saw on the topo map. And as we continue looking westerly, you can see it slopes down gradually again. That area we're looking at would be the second kind of downward slope, and then the topo map indicated it sloped back up and actually leveled off where it bordered the National Forest, and that's looks like where we're coming up on right now. So we're looking out over the National Forest. Okay, we've just oriented to the north, and we're over the west side of the property. So essentially the National Forest is on the left, the property itself is on the right. Those meadows are off in the distance. They're not part of the Meramec project. You can actually see the power line off to the left. That's that power line that we saw running through the National Forest on the aerial map. So that is nearby as well. So as we kind of turn northwesterly and then westerly, we're looking out over the huge Mark Twain National Forest. It is enormous. If you're a hunter, if you are into trail riding or camping or just generally exploring, this is pretty awesome because this does directly border this property. So when you get out here and you use your property, not only do you have your private acreage, but you can go directly into that national forest for hunting, camping, trail riding, like we said earlier. I mean, it's a great situation. Um, this may be a property that you hand down for generations, you know, to your kids and your grandkids. In the meantime, properties that directly border the national forest have always been toward the top of the investment pack, and this particular tract bordering the national forest and the county road really puts it in the top tier. It's extremely hard to find properties that border the national forest, and it's much harder to find properties that border the national forest and a well-maintained public road like this does. National forest, oftentimes there may be access via a forest road, a trail. We've seen quite a few properties that have national forest frontage, and you actually have to walk in on foot to access the property. So in this case, having this gravel county road bordering the property is a pretty unique situation. We've seen that at the Merrimack project on these tracks. We've seen that one or two other places over many years of doing this. So this is a nice situation. So now we're looking essentially northwesterly over the property. The darker colored trees are going to be the big pine trees, kind of the darker green. But you've got pine and hardwood on this property, so I mean you've got some nice stuff going on here. This is only about 2 miles from the headwaters of the very popular Merrimack River, which actually begins in the national forest, about 1.5 miles north of this property. You're about 15 miles out of Salem, Missouri. I believe that's the county seat for Dent County, where this property is located. You're about, I'm just going to have to guess that we're probably, once you're in Salem, I think you're about 30 miles south of Rolla, Missouri, which is on I-44. And once you hit Rolla, you can go east to St. Louis, you can go west to Springfield, Missouri. Awesome property. Check out the website for availability. It's outcastland.com. We hope to hear from you.